My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Elden Ring. Here in... Eisner? Actually, I'm just gonna... Auriza. Auriza Hero Grave in the capital outskirts of the Altus Plateau, just outside the capital city of Lanedale. We are looking for alternative paths in this area, as I've seen a lot of collectible items, but not a lot of ability to collectible. There's no way that's a safe fall. At all. It is! But there's no exit. What? But it's a survivable fall, apparently? I think there's gonna be a death plane down there. I mean, I'll... Yeah. Yep. Get punked by the game. Thankfully, we know where we are exceptionally nearby, and we can just pick up the runes immediately and move on. There's one area that could be promising in my mind. For dropping down further and getting more done. This corner. I don't want to test rolling against basically every wall in every location. I don't think that's going to be a particularly grand experience. At least, definitely don't want to do that with the ones that are in the way of danger. So I probably ought to finish these off before leaving. You know what? Nope. Too many. Too many and too much. You want to fight me, you can come up here and do it. On the corpse of a friend of yours. So stay hard on the periphery of all of these. Yep, they got me. Oh, they got me something fierce as well. That little divot in that area, I was staying to try and fight there because I figure that divot looks a little bit suspect to me. Also, the location where I actually think we can make progression, I don't believe is going to be particularly good. In particular, it's falling down a giant hole. Spawn that one while it's... Or kill that one while it's spawning, rather. Looks like the other ones don't even spawn if I just run to the end. Oh, buddy. Can't have that happen again. Now, if they want to follow me, they are going to have to pay with their lives. So I know that I need to be able to get back up to that-ish area over there. And that has a drop down to there? I don't understand how I would even get up that. Because there's also that for another fall down. Nice 1-2 play right there. Knocking me off one directly into the other. Yeah, all of them seem very suspect. There's 3 different alcoves on the right that I have not been in before. And it makes the most sense for them to branch out basically from this area. Honestly, anywhere along here? I really don't want to roll into those. Alright. Almost. Okay, that one's not. Keep going. And then you immediately run back up. I duck around this side. It would seem correct that, like, the left of the area down here is how we access it. Effectively, like, the mirror opposite. But if that was the way, that would have revealed it. I'm very thankful for all of these basilisks who've decided just to die. I'll be able to get back up there on either side. Oh boy! I was lining up my fall. It does look like there is a corpse there, almost as though to suggest falling on that part of the area. So I'm feeling a little more comfortable with that maybe being the first direction I'm supposed to take, rather than missing something much more obvious earlier. I'm still scanning left to right every single time I'm walking through here, just in case. Side. Beauty. We've almost earned Stone of Garank back as well. Uh-oh. That's incredible. Just healed enough to survive that hit. Oh, wait a second. I've been in this alcove a bit. Just in case there's a hidden stairwell or something. I was thinking more of a ladder. Uh-oh. You can see why I don't think this is the origin, right? It doesn't seem like it would make sense for this to be what they actually want us to do, but I have no better ideas, and it does look doable. A lot of bad ideas start out in that area. I have no other ideas, but I'm pretty sure I could do this. right? They do emerge from the ground specifically. That makes sense as to why I can't just hunt them as they drop from the sky. I mean, look, if the archer wants to jump away from me and die in doing so, they're more than welcome. Uh-oh. We survived 2 hits from it now. Which, as it turns out, is kind of crucial. Oh, boy. We made it. Now I just need to not screw it up. Some holy grease. As long as I do it with confidence. Should be fine. Little stutter steps are going to be what would kill me. See some skellies over on that side. But if I had to bet, I would say that this one is going to lead me to some sort of lift back to the start of the zone. And as a result, it's pretty important I get this early. Oh, God. Oh, boy. I don't have enough death resist to really engage again. I give myself a bunch more fatality there. Unfortunately, it's all already taken. God. Oh, boy. We are alive. So who are you? Are you possibly the hero of the grave? Holding there what looks like a spear infused with natural power, or meant to symbolize your rank. Perhaps Marika? The last statue similar to that I saw was for Radigan, and I think Vulgar Militia ashes we pick up there, and I think it also had a kind of wreathing of that natural flowering. I mean, first things first, check out the ash we picked up. Vulgar Militia ashes. Spirits of the Vulgar Militia, who wield long-hafted, serrated hatchets. These brutal weapons are particularly effective at causing blood loss in opponents. In the land between, the small were scanned, and so they formed their Vulgar Militia as a way to make a living, albeit in ignominy. Ignominy. And here I thought I knew the word, and I was like, hey, there's no T in this. Wait a second. Suddenly looking a lot more promising that this is meant to loop back to the others. What with all the sound? Oh, did I forget to pick up my runes last time? I think I did. So that's if I wanted to escape the area, but that is 44,000 over there. All right. This is really where it's pulling teeth. There was nothing else on the other side for me to discover, I'm almost certain, right? Run. Okay. Whew. I'll get away from the edge and then I'll finish this person. I was so extremely terrified they were going to try and stop me from getting across. It's a very precarious position. I wouldn't be able to dodge. Okay. What? Oh, one of them must have emerged into the light, or rather been spawned, triggered. Oh, we can change the height of that. Interesting. Harder to exit this area, but now we've activated a light that is important in a different area. Thankfully, it's safe to be up in the corner like that. Beautiful. Get another light on. Oh, it was so close. I don't think we saved a way back down there, which means it's going to be an absolute nightmare to get there again. I was really hoping that somehow the other move had toggled something up here, maybe revealed an invisible platform. Through here, get across. We'll keep going until we get it. You don't make something that difficult to get unless it's extremely good. Whoa! What the? Ash of War, Holy Ground, Tree Sentinel Helm, Tree Sentinel Armor, Tree Sentinel Gauntlets, Tree Sentinel Greaves. Ah, so it's so that that can peek through here and then kill them. Well, that's super cool. Ooh. What do I do now that they're dead? because there's still that other area. Also, why is it the light only kills them some of the time? Wait. Wait, what? This one doesn't even spawn anymore? Okay. Very carefully. Make our way back. Buddy. You know what? I am so glad that you got knocked back into the abyss. That could not be a better end for you. So last time we just got killed by the, frankly, absurd amount of enemies that wanted to follow me. Is there going to be... Yeah, so it doesn't even spawn this time. Now this area makes a lot more sense. So I don't know, is it just those two and they were teleporting throughout the entire area? Or one that was teleporting or duplicating itself throughout the entire area? Doesn't matter how slow it is. As long as it's reliable and it works. Dumb. Excuse me? A scripture wooden shield. For a little bit of information maybe about these folk. A small wooden round shield is light and easy to handle and cannot offer the damage negation of a metal shield. An ancient cipher engraving lines the circumference. Though it isn't much, it boosts holy damage negation. Yeah, it isn't much. Oh. That looks like a omen. Oh, you were trying to cast something. It almost looked like you were trying to cast a rune. Crucible Feather Talisman. Anything else? No. Crucible Feather Talisman, we'll go check out. Is... improves dodge rolling, but increases damage taken. A talisman fashioned from feathers that embody aspects of various creatures. Said to have grown on the human body long ago. Improves the effectiveness of dodge rolls, but increases damage taken at all times. A vestige of the crucible of primordial life, born partially of devolution, it was considered a signifier of the divine, rather in ancient times, but is now increasingly disdained as an impurity as civilization has advanced. Interesting. Improves your dodge rolling as well. Let's have a look at that. So probably just better frames on the dodge roll, I guess. Okay, I thought it might have been the ninja flip, so I was wondering if I went down to very lightweight, if it was going to allow me to flip. And then Blythe's gauntlets must come back too, and Blythe's pants. Oh, I also didn't read the eccentric breeches either. The Knight Jerin's breeches. Jerin preferred a nomadic existence, but after spending time as a guest of the Carrion Royals, he became a guest commander for General Radahn. And for the first time, the restless tumbleweed would be bound by honorable oath. What's the rest of his set say? Also, I do have the tree sentinel stuff. Golden gauntlets of the heavy cavalry tree sentinels who serve the Erd tree. Imposingly sturdy and nigh unbreakable. The grace of old yet lingers. More weight, but significantly more defense. Unusually colorful armor, worn by the Knight Jaren. Again, just same information about Jaren though. Adorned with the cape featuring the mark of the sacred tree. Any new information on that one, and any on the tree sentinel helm. Very few are permitted to wear a golden wood crest of such size as is seen on this helm. Neat. I don't think I really want to keep that one on me. Back to enhancing jumping attacks? Yeah, probably. Oh, and I need my cannon back as well. Just don't feel complete without it. So I can only think of one more dead end in this entire dungeon if we find our way to that. Oh, no. Wait. This is a different area again. Okay, so it's gonna branch back out before it branches back in. So that was the light that we used in order to kill the enemies out in the other area. I kind of assumed I was gonna get back atop that and then ride it up or something like that, but this will do too. Well, that's the end of the exploration, I think. There is still that giant pit that just doesn't make sense to me. But all the rest of this area, handily explored. I think it's probably time for us to leave. Might as well walk my way into the boss fight and then leave from there. Just because that'll have a teleport immediately back up to the top. Whereas it's possible that I am too far in the dungeon to have one of those myself. Also, I have enemies aggroed on me and will even get root resin. It all works together. I do wonder if I have enough runes without popping Ricard's yet, at least. If I have enough runes to level 77. Yeah, I'm not going to get close enough to 77, unfortunately. Okay, Izora, and then there's that. But that's pointing, like, almost directly downwards. If I recall correctly. I mean, it is, but there's nothing that would be able to fulfill that directionality. Oh? Never mind. Never mind. All right, Catacomb. Beast Eye Quiver. Beast Eye Quiver. Come on. Damn it. Auriza Side Tomb. Rest here as well, get some resources back. Wouldn't have been surprised if this actually led back into the other one, but having finished the other one, now I would be pretty surprised by that. That's locked by some contraption. Ah, it's time for Jaws. So they're kind of hiding a little bit among the terrain. Yeah, some of these are going to be explosive. Thankfully, the explosive ones look like they have a charred, darker hint to themselves. So it should be... Yeah, you can see the comparison between those two. So I should be reasonably capable of identifying which ones are about to blow up in my face before I then make them blow up in my face still, because they wouldn't have been the ones about to blow up in my face if I didn't let them do it, you see? If I've ever seen a trap in my life, this is it. So that is a teleporter trap. Do I want to let it ensnare me? I might try the other side first. Just in case. I'm imagining a world where we might make the next area easier for ourselves by having done so. Yep. So there's just teleporter traps everywhere? Eventually I'm going to have to manually go through and trigger each of them. Amazing. I almost wish I died to that. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to lay down and roll over. Just making sure that I wasn't hearing any extra tricky footwork behind me. Knew there had to be some of ya. I am not entirely certain how I'm going to approach those ones up there, though. This seems probably illusory. It is. Is it like the whole area has one actual chest and all the rest of them are traps? It would also make sense if they were effectively just hiding progression, basically. Yeah, at this point I should just let one of them capture me, because we're not getting anything additional by not doing it. Although there are illusory walls in this dungeon. I came down here in the first place. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna start letting them teleport me. I don't want to have to roll against every wall and then just come back and do this, because I was eventually gonna have to do this anyway. Ensnared in a teleporter trap. Ah, so do they all take you here effectively as a battle room? Sorry, bud. Living jar shard, raw meat dumpling, 2 more living jar shards. Perfume is cooked 3. So I got a ritual pot on the other side, a craft pot on this side. Yeah, and there's no reason to even open that. And no way to as well. Well, I mean, that means this has to teleport me back out. Oh. So I'm just going to confirm this. Do each of the trap chests effectively teleport you to a trapped area that you then have to clear? Yeah, I feel well suited to that. I'm going to very quickly boost my fire damage negation before I go into this one. Reason being, I suspect it's possible that the explosives that attacked us as soon as we entered this room are a hint that as soon as you teleport, you are going to be attacked by explosives again. They weren't, but it could have been. 7. That could easily just go back down. Go and kill this first. Wanna try again? Come on up. Come on up. Hold up. That's fine. Is this one just gonna teleport me immediately back down? Like, I can walk there with my body. Or I could follow to a third area, I guess. Though it doesn't. With those 2 chests down there, and I think there's another 2 up here that we're gonna have to use. I may have entirely forgotten where they are, but I know they're here. So like basically immediately entrance of the dungeon. Yeah, there we go. Wait, this isn't at the entrance. So that's the other one. Looks like it just teleported me to a later area that I've already cleared. Oh, yeah, back to an earlier area that I've already cleared, actually. Oh. Oh no. That's a bugger. I don't know what will actually get me on the top side of the other. Oh, no, I totally do. I totally do. This path is not just for clearing out the top. Wait. Wait. But the pot thrower is still back up there. Wait a second. I think it might be hiding that you're teleporting between 2 dungeons that look almost exactly the same, save for when you teleport. Because that enemy up there should be dead by all... Oh, unless they jumped down and then I never killed them. Save for the enemy respawn, the rest of this makes sense to me now. Yeah, maybe it followed me down into the other room. Can I hear? Yeah, I can still hear what I'm assuming are the footsteps of the gargoyle. Need it. What? So the room out and through there, that is the area that I cleared previously. I think there is something to this kind of like universe hopping thing. I'm gonna drop down and go back into the same chest that I just came from. And see if it resets me to the same location. Yeah, it did! There's a goddamn decoy dungeon that looks exactly the same as this, but is not exactly the same as this. That's cool. And it makes sense as to why they had to demonstrate that using teleporter traps. Otherwise, you would have recognized it if you knew the real space it was taking place in. And then this one will just teleport me basically directly in front of the... Eh? Did it not? Back in the bottom of a dungeon. Yeah. So, hang on. So, wait. So, if I left this dungeon now... yeah. Ritual pot. Thank you for the liver chargeard and a raw meat dumpling, as well as Smithing Stone 5. Okay, so now I have to go to the same location that would usually get me up to that side, but in the mirror, effectively. So out there is just the base path. That's how we came in. That's exactly how we would return. But if we jump through this window... Right, I forgot. I should also make sure to keep in mind that this is trying to be a mirror of the other area. So the other area had one, I guess what would you call it? Illusory wall. So this one might also. So by all rights, as far as I know, this... Oh god, really? I think this should teleport me to where I need to go? It's not looking promising, is it? Yeah, and that goes up to the other. Came through here and killed those. Yeah, this is where that is. Wait, what? How do I come out of that room? Because that just climbs up into a blank room. I'm gonna go to a couple of things to kind of reset the positioning a little bit. Muddle up the Rubik's Cube so I can try and solve it again. Yes, so this can only be exited from one, which gives it the ability to be like an excellent reset. Now, this dungeon... let's call this Dungeon A because it has the lever that I'm looking to access. We'll call the other Dungeon B. Sorry, we'll call this Dungeon A and we'll call the other one Dungeon 1. How about that? So we use Dungeon A's explosive trap in order to go to... This is Dungeon B. And we are in the top section of Dungeon B. So this has the ability to go up and then across to the area that I would love to be on the other map. Right here. That'd be great. I guess. So, Dungeon B, I know, had a ritual pot at the top of one area. Ah, hello. Just wanted to make sure that I returned to the top as quickly as possible on each of these. Another ritual pot, another raw meat dumpling, but curiously not actually the things that I wanted. As much as I'm happy to have them, I'll never disparage them much, but yeah, please, I need to go back to the other world. So I don't know even if I've seen all of A. However, I don't think I've entered B's teleporter trap in this location. Because this would go back into the pit. Yep. Which is accessible and actually also does have a ladder. That's pots. Another cracked pot. Goes glove with. I mean, yeah, I could go on the return trip here, which that's unique. I haven't done that yet. That could easily teleport us to another room with just more stuff in it. For the moment, I'll tend towards this. At least until I have the lever done. Actually, it looks like this might climb all the way back up to basically where the lever goes. And in fact, it does. Perfect. Oh, that shouldn't have happened. Yeah, it shouldn't have done that one. Now I need to resolve the puzzle. It's okay. It's still a decent amount of runes though, so I should do it. Thankfully, it should be super simple to do. So, that gets us out there, and then we're looking for one passage through the side explosion, and then down to the right afterwards. This will all work perfectly. I was really hoping they were going to be able to jib both of the folk following me. Ooh, 2 forked hatchets, though. I could sell that for basically nothing. Ooh. Value. I'm liking how much more intricate the puzzles in these areas are getting. Would have been nicer if they exploded just a bit earlier, I'll be honest. Still do want to go down there though, so. No two ways around it, let's go. 66, we're still looking for 77, so basically after we beat the boss in this area, assuming we don't lose the runes along the way, that's about a level up for us. I'm more than satisfied if this just teleports us back somewhere, and that's fine too. Yep. It looks like it literally just tried to return us to exactly the same point that spawned us in the first place, but if we go here and then up and then just leave the building, that is our golden ticket. Actually, hang on. I've been ensnared in a teleporter trap, so yeah, I won't be able to teleport again until I actually sit at a site of grace. Which I think I'm doing fine with. Because this gets us back out to the top side of A. And then this literally just continues up. Or not. Hey! I'm ensnared in a teleporter trap, not you. Hey, you can't kill me while I'm doing this. Back to the other side. Okay, now I'm lost. In attempting to get out of here, I have become enlosted. For but mere moments until I found my way out. Perfect. I'll take the rest where it's available. In fact, actually, just so that I don't have to risk it, I think I might have 7,000 in these. Oh, I'm feeling less and less confident all the time. 7,000. 78,000, that's enough of the level, I think. Level up, and we will take one more level in faith, and that is it. Now I am re-unlocked. There are no strings on me. I can cast Grunk Stone again. In addition to just using a cannon instead. Grave Warden Duelist, and there's a bunch of pots in the Vide as well. Neat. Yep. I was pretty sure I was gonna have just way too much poise damage for this enemy to deal with at all. Thump, and then he goes down, and then I don't have a critical for some reason. Seriously? They didn't even want to join the fight. That's a great pun, actually. Souled Jars of Fortune. Get the Souled Jars of Fortune ashes there. Tell us maybe a little bit more about them. HP cost. Used to summon the spirits of 3 living little jars. These reckless spirits sacrifice themselves to vanquish their summoners' foes and explode after death. Though their bravery is admirable, their explosions can harm friend as well as foe, and they will also immediately explode on contact with fire.
Tell the others. Tell them how brightly a fire jar burns.
Like, there's only 2 of them on the image, and then one of them clearly exploding in the distance in the background. Let's take our return to our entrance. And the end to our episode. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Elden Ring. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist on the screen, top left, YouTube recommendation down below, streaming past the names of people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Right above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Abattoth. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves. And hopefully we'll see you all next time.